Hey there, it's Elizabeth Elenor and it's 11:30 here in Australia in Brisbane. So I've just been on a retreat. I've been in Brisbane working, so I've been here for a week. I left on Tuesday last week from Sydney Airport and now I'm in Brisbane and I'm going home to Sydney Airport. And I've done 2 events up here in Brisbane and had two beautiful events with the beautiful Dawn Edwards-Jones. And so this morning I woke up, I spent some time with a girlfriend in Maleny, which is a beautiful little village here in the south end of Queensland, to the bottom end of Queensland. And so I woke up and we went to a cafe in Maleny and had breakfast and everything before I was leaving, and it was an hour and a half drive. I got a rental car to the airport, and it was about 9:15 when I went, oh, she said, weren't you supposed to do something online this morning? And I went, oh, that's right. I was supposed to do pause this morning because it's Monday. And so I thought I would do pause. I've checked in and I'm just waiting for boarding. And so I thought I would do pause in the airport and just talk about the fact that when you are running on being perfect and living in perfection, you're in your identity. You're running from an old story of not being good enough and having to control everything and show the world and yourself and everybody else, family potentially, that you are doing your best to be perfect, right? And it's from old subconscious patterns from childhood. You know, maybe you weren't good enough for the family, or your mum was running on. I know that was one of the things. I had to be perfect because in my family I was born a girl and healthy after a stillborn boy and 2 boys prior to me. So I was healthy, I was a girl and special. And it was really hard being special because special meant that I had to be perfect. And I've got to tell you, it's a really hard slog. Has anyone been in the perfection run where you're running on having to look right and be right and dress right and behave right and say the right things and have the right job and, cater to everybody else and be the right weight and blah, 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 blah. Right? And it's a really hard job when you're having to be perfect, when you're having to prove to yourself that you are, that you're perfect and that you can't show any mistakes, right? And so it's in your subconscious patterning from your childhood, and it's in the world. It's something that, hey Mel, it's something that we run in the background. It's a silent instruction, and we've got it running in the background from our childhood. Potentially it could even be women in general in your family, so it could be a generational thing. It could be from past lives or past experiences. It can be from conditioning from your childhood and up to 20 or even more, where you're in this process of listening to the world. And women, we've got magazines and TV shows and ads and other women, generally it's other women, judging us for looking a certain way or being a certain weight or dressing a certain, looking too hippie or whatever it might be. That's getting hot. And so this morning I totally forgot about pause, and I've got to tell you, when I was in the cafe and I realized, I laughed out loud, because here I am running a business, and you're supposed to be doing it a certain way, right? And you're supposed to be responsible, and generally I am, but today I totally forgot. And it's so liberating when you can let go of being perfect, when you can go, you know what, I stuffed up. I'm not good all the time. I do my best, and I'm here. It doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change my mission. I'm here to wake women up to their divine wisdom and to their intuitive natures, and all of that is still the same, even when I have moments of being human. Right? And so I didn't go into this, oh shit, I'm in a cafe and I didn't do it, and should I put something on? I didn't do any of that. Should I post something now? I just laughed and went, oh, I stuffed up. And my next thought was, oh, just do it at the airport, right? The freedom within your mind, the freedom within your energy field, your body, of not holding on to, you've let people down somehow. Like, people watch Pause live sometimes, but most of the time it's people are watching it afterwards. We then record it and put it onto other channels, so it doesn't matter when it goes on the other channels. So hi to anyone that's watching on YouTube or anywhere else. And it's just so freeing to allow yourself to be human, and to not judge yourself for not being perfect, and to not push yourself to have the expectations that you've got, unrealistic expectations that you may have of yourself, or unrealistic expectations that you may be carrying from your family, your parents, potentially your mum, woman to woman. We tend to pass these generational dysfunctions on from one woman to another, and it's time to stop it, right? It's time to let go of all of that crap, and have the liberation and freedom of going, I'm perfectly imperfect, and not just say it, but actually experience it with a knowing. I can't tell you what it's like in the body to have and the mind, not to have that mind chatter, to have that liberation within the body of not freaking out, judging all of, like the mind going into all this mind chatter of what if, and what if people think, and what if blah 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 blah, all that stuff that goes on in the mind, all gone. When you go, you know what, I stuffed up, and laugh about it. When you can laugh at yourself and have the liberation about being imperfect, it's a whole different ball game, because you then know that you're not responsible for anybody else. You're responsible for yourself, and that you're human, and that you do make mistakes, because that's human. That's what's human about us, right? We make mistakes. We're here to learn and grow and experience. And I just wanted to add on to that how liberating it is from a spiritual perspective as well, because I've got to tell you, when you're in the spiritual growth arena, there's a lot of judgment, right, of doing things the right way and being perfect, and even on the weekend, watching being judged by unconsciously, not just coming from their own identity. I remember someone telling me how to smudge because I wasn't smudging correctly, right? And that's okay. If it makes her feel comfortable, I'm totally okay with that. I don't take it on. And again, when you can be comfortable with yourself and grounded and really know who you are, when you come from empowerment, all of that sort of stuff is irrelevant, and you just go with the flow. However, be aware of when you may be in judgment of others because of something that they're doing, because it's often a reflection of the judgment that you're holding on yourself. So that's pause for me today from Brisbane Airport, from the Virgin service desk, because there's no ladies here, and I thought this isn't easy. I'll just swing around to show you that I'm in with a whole heap of people. No one's taking any notice of me because I've got myself in a little spot in the corner. Yeah, and I'm just about to board a flight. And I've had a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I did a lot of clearing, actually. I've had a problem with my shoulder, and I knew that it was, I fell on my shoulder. Well, I fell on my hand on a wet driveway 5 months ago. And it's been getting better and worse and anyway, I knew that it was actually more than just physical, that it was emotional as well. And I'm going to do a separate post about that because I've just had a really beautiful weekend and had a gong bath meditation, so really amazing sound healing at Dawn. So it's New Dawn Pilates and Yoga Retreat studio, and she ran a retreat at Glasshouse Mountains in this stunning eco lodge. It was amazing, beautiful place. I'll put some photos in here. But I had that, and then when I got home to my girlfriend's place, her and I did some work on my shoulder again, and I used essential oils in specific meridian points to release things, and it just bang, just is feeling heaps better. And now I know it's just the physical aspect. And now that I've cleared that, now I have an action to take of what's my action, to clear this emotion in the physical. So there's an action to take now. So take care, everyone. Enjoy your day. Choose to get the most out of your day and to become the best version of yourself in your imperfection. And I will catch you soon. See ya.